Welcome YouTube, nice to see you all today. So I'm going to be trying to make newsletter 37. I did this a while back. You can see I've been diligently saving things, hammering out a monthly newsletter. Really appreciate anybody who reads it. So you'll get another idea of what goes on behind the scenes. The screen won't look like this for long, don't worry about that. What I'm trying to do though first is get the chat popped out, which is probably going to be a bit of a feedback. So let's see if I can, I'll show you what I'm doing now. Can I pop out the chat? Ah yes, that looks better. When I went live the other day, hello world. When I went live the other day, I kind of couldn't respond to the chat, partly because I couldn't see it, which was a bit of a schoolboy error. So life is all about learning. That is not going to bother us at all there, or it might do, but there's bigger things in life to get bothered about. So I've started to make a thing which is just loading up. This was a picture. You really don't want to see what I was doing earlier there. Now we have got a lovely screen loading. So this is my template. Oh, before I do any more, why don't I brutally spam this out on X, which is what Twitter is called now. I can move this across so you can see going live on you. Making my exciting monthly newsletter. That is right. It is awesome. Come join me, or not, as the reality of things are, but that is okay. We're not in it for the fame. We don't just do it for the love. So we can smash this out, and will that tweet away? There you go. Now I've got a template that you can see. Firstly, I'm going to work this up on a document, then I'm going to punt it onto a mailing list thing. I'm using MailChimp at the moment for a few reasons. I'm also just going to put an earphone in and listen to some music. I don't really want to get spammed by a copyright infringement, so put on whatever music that you like, or give me some recommendations. Think we may go for Heady One at the moment. There are plenty of other artists out there. I've just signed up to Spotify today on a trial that I plan on cancelling soon. They're not sponsoring this stream. Nobody is, and I suspect nobody ever will be. So here we go. As I say, I've got a nice list of things. Here's my old newsletter, which is quite good to have as a template now. So you can see a few things. Firstly, I've got a date that I had omitted. So I think many things in life, once you've done them a bit and you've got a formula for success, it's a bit easier. We're getting ahead of ourselves. 21023. So we're going to just smash this along. I can't find that with it on minimized. So dear friends, that's anybody who reads this. So this is what I had last time. Generally, I've tried longer newsletters, shorter ones. I think it depends. One needs to have a theme first, yeah? Now, I was going to put a bit about negotiation. I've read many books about negotiation, and I've recently read a couple. And there's a few really exciting things to share that I'm keen to put in. But equally, I suppose some people who read this want to actually learn a bit about me. I'm very aware most people like speaking about themselves, and I don't really want to listen to people speak about themselves, and I'm appreciating equally people feel that when they open this newsletter, you see? So there's this dilemma and thought process that has to go on. So it is September, because it is and has been great weather here in Scotland. I managed to do some supboarding and even some camping. Really loving the weather. Really lovely weather until last night, in which it rained so hard the gym roof fell in. Oh, somebody's phoning me. How annoying. How annoying. I was getting the flow state there, getting the music, and then it's just so annoying. Anyway, so this is the dilemmas you go through. Others can start join a group session. No, I really don't want them to start or join a group session with me. Just play the music. I see, I've got a light that I have put on. Just a sec. Can you leave the light on? Try the light on now. It's I'll try and disconnect the light. Yeah, cool. Now, hopefully, I'll show you the light actually, if anybody is. Yes, I've got my tunes back on. Here is the light that is in question. So what had happened just then, getting in the flow of it, and my daughter completely innocently turned the light on, and that then meant that these parental guidance rap music was screaming through the ceiling. I think it was something about unboxing a light. I think it was called that. Let's see, I made it ages ago. Look, I've got so many good things to watch on my YouTube channel. How could I possibly be scrolling through all this and not actually watching any of it? Let's see, I'd made a supboard hanging thing ages ago. I won't tell you what was then found in that garage roof afterwards. Hope you didn't try that one at home. There you go. This is the particular light that just turned on and interfered with my headphones. So there you go. Alright, let's get back to this. So it's September, it's been great weather here in Scotland. It has indeed. Well, what I'm really trying to do is get in almost like if you're dancing, you don't come in and smash out your best ever move. Well, maybe you do. But what I'm trying to say is you don't want to necessarily do that. Instead, you warm them up, yeah? So let's just smash this on some of the socials. Right. Right, that'll do. Right, so I've been until last night, in which it rained so hard the gym roof fell in. That is correct. Fortunately, no one was injured, so I would be playing squash now. Although after that, my regret was not being there, so I could go live on YouTube. However, the ongoing consequence is that the squash court and gym are closed. So, the silver lining is I can write this newsletter. So, for recent negotiation remains an important topic to me. Until recently, in which so I'm in the process of reading a book about negotiation. I had thought that until recently I can get my notes up on the other screen about this particular book. It's just loading. So anyway, I hadn't thought. Right, I think the book is called Negotiate Without Fear. If you want to see, here are my notes on it. I haven't quite finished it yet. So anyway, I think the key thing is that you can turn a concept of loss aversion into a time frame, and that's compelling. And equally, losses people feel more than gains. And I hadn't thought the kind of word in negotiation in terms of time frame until recently. We tend to feel losses in the financial sense double as much as a gain. For example, and I've definitely made a YouTube short about that, and I took a few takes on it, and I've made a mistake putting it to an editor who's taken ages. If you're watching, mate, best be editing it faster. But no, in seriousness, it was quite a good one because I've moved money about in my hand up to £20. So we tend to feel losses double, in the financial sense, double as much as a gain. So this can be applied to negotiation. This bit below I had as a kind of stand-in thing. I've moved on. This is my template, you see. I've got that template there just really because, well, it's there. Let's see. This can be applied to the topic of negotiation, drawing the attention to the other person about a potential loss can enable action. In fact, it has been written that this can change the time frame this is the bit that I'm basically too much talk of loss can cause fear in the other side you are negotiating with, which can cause inaction. Gains often aren't enough to prompt somebody to depart from the status quo. Alright, cool. So that's probably about as much knowledge as you're going to get here. Here's what I wrote before. Consider what motivates you and what you believe motivates the other party. Doesn't that sound posh? Can you get a win-win in which you both create value for parties? And think deliberately against what your best, ideally, it's a real shame you can't enjoy this song with me. It's really good. It's your best alternative negotiation agreement and the other parties. Realize that this can determine your best strategy. So, for example, can you create value by delivering something sooner? A trick is to so that's a good trick if selling. A trick is to Right, this bit about the smartphones is completely irrelevant. So this is an old video of mine. It's actually doing pretty well for me. So now I've got to look at my favourite YouTube channel, which of course is this one, and think, what have I actually done? So August, no, I don't know if I've actually got a video that's a proper one. Those two aren't good. This one I think I'm going to have to go with then. I mean, they're okay, they're unboxing videos, just because I bought a lawnmower because my other one had broke, and do you know what I mean? So this particular one is what I'm going to do. Just getting the link. Alright, so that's the one we're going to hammer out, and I might have the thumbnail somewhere. I did have a folder with them all in, then I kind of just put them in my download bit. The thing is, they're all called copy of, which I can show you if you want. This is a good example of poor labeling, because I just download them, yeah. Anyway, we're looking for one about money, and it's something about a bad posterior, because I don't want to get any threatening bit to say I've been swearing. So it's no rude word. It's like a donkey. And oh yeah, here it is. So I've actually had two. That was one of them, and that was the first one, and it was doing really badly. At least I've got some cash there, £5. Yeah. So anyway, we cut and paste it there, and I think I'll also save it to the desktop, just simply so it's easier to find. Alright, cool. So I'm going to insert that as a hyperlink and delete it later. So I now need to create a coherent story. I've basically got, well, I can easily think of a story and I would have done this quicker. But we've got negotiation, then we've got now a story about money, so it would be tying it together. People negotiate about money, you see. So then I am going to say, consider it is worth considering the type of transaction you are having with someone else. There might be 3 different types of, broadly speaking, there might be 3 different types of people. People who are honest, those who appear honest, but have to get your money, and those that appear they are out to get your money from the start. Now, that's based on a different thing that I've been reading, and I can't remember what the book was called, but it was something about, it may have been that change your paradigm. No, it was written by some lawyer person. It was actually written by a real estate agent. I'm just searching my calendar. This is Winning Through Intimidation. The key thing with that is that there's always the next deal. A one-off transaction or an ongoing thing. So there we go, smashed a bit there. Right, if I'm, a rule of thumb, if I'm bored reading, writing it, whoever's going to be doing it will be bored as well. So this is Twitter. I shall show you how oh thanks Shanta. She's written an excellent book that I've also put a video about. It's very kind. So what I'm going to do now is try and find the tweets I've actually liked. The difficulty is I've not been on Twitter much lately, so let's find. So I've managed to find the bits I've liked. Right. If you want to get a shout out on Twitter, your best chance of it is putting a picture from me. The one I don't want to select is this one, because it was in last month's. Should we just stick that one in? It's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, it's Crypto PB. A mycologist. I don't know if I particularly want to be associated in any way with a Luna. So that's how far I've got. Stuff it. We'll just stick this one in. Yeah, it's a lot of thought going on there. PB will get tagged and shout out. This is what it feels like when other, it's a bit harsh to like name and shame family members. This is what it feels like when this reminds me of what it can feel like when someone else cooks in the kitchen. Negotiation skills are important, not just relating to money. So that's tying back to the theme. See what I did there? What's next for me? Well, this bit I had actually thought of doing yesterday, and I thought, I know what, why don't I churn out live videos whilst making my see, this is my template, so I'll just dump that bit there. And there's some stuff I'll probably hammer out at some stage. Now, website of the month, I don't have one, so let's find a cool website. What I did last month, I had a weird one called Pointer, and I don't think anybody clicked on it. I could put a really geeky website that I actually found. Just looking through my bookmarks, and I doubt anybody would want to be using a lot of these things. I could put Lunapic down. I used Lunapic for this thumbnail. Let's just see. So what I'm going to do is search my website to see if I've already put Lunapic.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm a medical practitioner.
That is me. But have I? Aha, fantastic. I have not used Lunapic before. I wonder why there's a 4 in their domain name. Well, stuck it in. Lunapic is useful for I think if you've got an Apple phone, you can just press on the person and it'll cut it out. I find Lunapic useful for editing photos. The background removal effect is really useful. So what I'm doing here, until next time, have a great month. I should maybe put a bit that I'm going to be doing a YouTube course. I'll stick that in the next one. So I've got on to the YouTube Health Creators course, which is a 10-week course. Unfortunately, always when I'm doing clinical work, I have to make a few health-related videos, which I'll enjoy doing. I've got a few ideas. I'm going to see how it goes. I don't think it's going to be my forte, mainly because it'll be too much like work. And I don't find this like work, what I'm doing at the moment. YouTube Health Creator Course, add some reflections. So I'll talk about that another time. Now what we're going to do, this tweet by, and I need to add to it's by Internet Hall of Fame. Oh no, it's not. It's the it's crypto somebody or other. How annoying, it's put it in a stupid font. You can see how much time it takes in certain hyperlinks, and equally you can look through and see how little time people spend clicking hyperlinks if you look at my newsletters. So that's basically the structure. What I'm going to do, just to make it read a bit better, is exactly what I did in my last video. Actually, the last video I was playing Magic the Gathering. I am going to stick something into ChatGPT. This wasn't available before. So let's have a look. Right in my monthly newsletter. It is the aim is to be informative and witty. Here is the draft. Please improve it. So I'll then probably disregard everything ChatGPT suggests. So, dear friends, okay, delightful adventures, yeah. I like that swimmingly. Look how they've used that fiercely. I couldn't help wish, yeah. On the brighter side, yeah, that's not the brighter side, but that is better than my initial one. So this is now a topic. To be honest with you, it has written it much better than me. So I think this bit is better, and I might as well put a hyperlink to this. I can find it. There you go, thanks if you've clicked through there. Pretty sure that I don't need all of that bit on it. Let's just check. It's loading. You're going to get one of those kind of mirror effects. Cool, yeah, that's it. Right. Right, so some of that's actually worse. That's better. And thought, that's better. That's better. Recently I stumbled on the intriguing concept of merge and loss aversion. Compile message you just lost, of course. Alright, see, that's just kind of not as good. Yeah, the partner. So you can see how there are other tools out there, but you can see how that's basically improved my prose, I think. What do you think? Please tell me. I think for this kind of low-level newsletter thing, it's quite good. It does ruin the paragraph settings by the looks of it. So then we've got this. I think we could bin this bit. And I may dump that as a future newsletter draft. So what I've got, this is my template bit, and I'll just dump that bit there. And I can tell you, because I looked at it earlier, winning through intimidation is the reference for that. So now we've got this thing here. And then we have got I think that actually, I prefer my spiel to ChatGPT's. This is a poem on a humorous side. What? If I did, that's a better one. This tweet reminds me of what it can feel like when cooking in someone else's kitchen. Yeah, we'll just stick that. Yeah, I thought of putting something like that in. Alright, cool. Oh yes, because that's what the lyrics are going through my speakers at the moment that you cannot hear because of copyright reasons. So this gets uploaded to the website. I don't really care how big that one is. I think it should be on that page. I'm going to stick. No, the other thing is glancing at this. There's too much stuff before the first picture. So I've actually got it down to 2 pages, and then I will export it as a PDF as well. Actually, no, I'm just going to do something first. So now the next bit, other than running the spell check, I'll just have just going to be logging into oh look, that's the thing I got from Lunapic there, you see. So it looked different before and I could just paste it in. So this is just loading now. I think the computer's a bit slower when I'm smashing this out live, so we can bin this, bin that. I've got that there. Just look how many copies it's got. Oh man, MailChimp didn't seem to be working for a sec. Let's just log in. Slowly loading. So, boom, boom. This is probably the most interesting bit for you. Oh no. This is it can't be reached. So we've already spent like an hour, 10 minutes. I'm wanting to go swimming soon and basically don't want to do this any longer because it's meant to be fun. And let me just have a look here. So this is MailChimp. I think we can safely lose the comments. Now this one was the one that we did last. So here's all my campaigns, and you can see the audience size. I will be careful not to share anybody's email address. That would be very bad. That's not how you want to treat your dedicated subscribers. But what you do, I can't blame right. You can't blame MailChimp. I think that it's just the internet slow, probably because of streaming. So I've just replicated a campaign, and then I'm going to basically copy and paste this as quickly as I can. So edit name. Right, that's my edit this. It's not ready to send. It's that's my email address, so don't worry about that. I don't know why the computer's going so slow. I'm almost tempted to just do this bit without streaming it. I'll put finish later. Yeah, this is too slow. I'm gonna do it later. As I say, usually MailChimp is not completely pants. So sorry about that. All I was gonna do was copy and paste this into a duplicate campaign, but it's unusable. So that's me out. I hope you've found it interesting and enjoyed it a bit. I will love to see you all next time, and of course feel free to sign up and get that coming to your inbox at some point soon. I think you also get 5 tips to get the most out of your life. I cannot remember what they are because I wrote them about 2 years ago.